What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. This is Power, Season 3, Episode 7, Where All the Guilty Are. This episode, child, it was dark. It was depressing. It was disturbing. This is the first time we got to see every single character on the entire show, with the exception of two, Stefano and Juliana's cousin. We see every character. Oh, and Nicole's daddy. So those three people we didn't see. But other than that, we saw every character that exists on the show in some form or fashion. Either they were spoke on or they appeared. So let's see. Since they were spoke on, Pops and Snaps was spoke on. Juliana mentioned the fact that cousins, a family could be enemies, but she really didn't speak on her cousin. They brought up Nicole's investigation, which kind of leads into her daddy, but they really didn't speak on him. So yeah, other than that, every character was here. Every character. Of course, we talked about Scrap, a few times. So every character was here. We see more and more tension building between the relationships or these bonds that are supposed to be here. Lou kicked his own self in the ass with his. Somebody had mentioned in the comment section that they probably expecting that Juke and Kanan's relationship was going to get stronger when they start killing together. I doubt it. I really seriously think that in the original Power, when they were talking about Kanan and Juke's relationship, because I do remember them said they grew up as kids and they was tight as bond as kids. That relationship is what we haven't been able to see the full fruition of, or the full outline of. And that is what's being broken down already. They ain't coming back for real. They gonna call and depend on each other, yes, but they ain't finna build no stronger bond from this point. It's not finna happen. It's too much shit going on. They gonna be like, say, they gonna be able to depend on each other because they family. But no, ma'am, Pam, it's not happening. Lou ain't never coming back to himself. He is completely destroyed. He every episode we get a new reason why he ain't gonna last no more. We got another one this particular episode. We see, like I say, Rock trying to build herself back up. But we clearly see this new business that she's getting into, it's going to bring her down. It's going to be the death of Rock. And Rock, for the first time that I've seen that she is genuinely shook. Twice now in this episode that she's genuinely shook. When Howard came and told her about what Lou did, and when Juke came and told her about Kanan. Shookness. Okay. We saw the fear in her face. There's been a few times where we thought the Rock may have been afraid and she talked herself out of it. She ain't walking herself out of this. There's fear in her eyes right here. Oh, y'all know I'm not going in the order. I didn't take no notes, so hopefully I could tap on everybody and everything. Lou done snitched. We know that. Lou snitched to Scrap's mama, and one of the theories that I said was that either she gonna go to the cops or she gonna kill him herself. She went to the cops. Okay, so she goes down there to try to talk to Ping. While she's down there talking to Ping, Howard sees her. Howard is in there still talking to Tanner and still trying to give Tanner information about what he know about the streets and how he can possibly be connecting this person to that thing and that thing to this person. And Tanner is still focused on Marvin. For some reason, Tanner still has not mentioned that he noticed that Marvin Thomas is Raquel's Thomas' brother. But did ask Howard, do he think that he could be the one running the Baisley and the other operations, and he could be the one in bed with the Italians? And Epps basically gave him up. He's like, yeah, it's very possible. Initially he said that he was like a little low time person. He'd be in and out of trouble, talk loud, But now he's talking like he could very possibly be the one running all this shit. Okay? So while he's in there basically dropping a dime on Marvin and ensuring Marvin's guilty, to take the eye off of him, I guess, so to speak. While he's in there bringing Marvin down and feeding Marvin to Tanner, he notices the Snap, I keep calling him Snap, that Scrap's mama came in there, and he kind of intervenes. He gets Ping in there to talk to Tanner because, Ping got his ear to the street, especially because of Scrap mama. So he said, you know what, I'm going to do this solid. I'm going to go in there and talk to her for you. You going to owe me. Make it seem like this is something he really don't want to do, right? Well, he gets her in there and tell her, snitches get stitches pretty much. So you need to keep whatever you telling me in between us. Don't tell another officer in this building about it at all. Which, in the end, Ping should be concerned, but he can only go off of what information Howard shared with him, which I don't think is going to have anything to do with that murder. Okay. She tell him, Lou told me. Lou Thomas said he was there. He was a little bit drunk, but he was there, and he told me that my son was murdered. Okay. So Howard told her, look, I'm going to look into it. We going to keep this on wraps, though. We can't take the word of a drunk man. You say he been drinking. We can't take the word of a drunk man. So we got to get some solid evidence. So don't go around mouthing this off to nobody else. But he made sure that he ran back there and told Rock, you need to check your fucking brother. Because he came down to the, he told Scrap's mama about y'all killing Scrap. And then he came down to the police station and he told, if I hadn't have been there, ain't no telling who would have this information and ran with it. Right? Now, he told her that she need to handle her brother. She said she gonna do that. She gonna handle him. But she said, but truth be told, the only reason why you coming to tell me, the only reason why you so involved is because it's gonna come back to you. Because he the one that told her that Scrap was the snitch. I still don't see how that to come back to him. Was she gonna admit, well, Officer Howard the one that told me he snitched? When there's no evidence at all that Scrap was snitching to anybody, it was his mama. Well, these people don't think like me. Okay, so, yeah, Rock is pretty frustrated by that. Like, what the hell is my brother doing? I'm surprised that Rock didn't go in and try to handle that shit herself. I'm so surprised she didn't. Instead, she calls Marvin, and tells Marvin what's going on. And he goes over there to handle Lou. He roughhoused Lou up, and we found out that Lou don't even remember that he went to her house. He was that drunk. He drinking now. Okay? He tell her that you gonna have to fix this shit. Because of your fuck up, she know about everything that happened with Scrap. And because you want to turn your own life down by drinking this shit and taking this shit in, you can do that. Fuck your life up if you want to. But don't fuck up mine. Don't bring me down. Okay? You need to fix this shit. Okay? In the meantime, Lou, like I said, he's just drinking and drinking and drinking. He back on that sauce real fucking hard. And his mama come in. His mama, like Rock, is another fucking trigger for him, right? She come in and begging for some goddamn money. And I'm like, why is the mama so fucking broke? I guess Rock was taking care of everything. It don't make sense to me because mama seemed to be living a good life before Rock took over the game. But still, apparently Rock was taking care of everything and Rock ain't kicking her down like she used to. So instead, she coming to harass Lou. I guess maybe she already got the money from Marvin, because Marvin apparently told her everything. She told her that, told him that, what's her name? He told her that Lou owns half this bar. She comes into the bar and tells him he need to give her some money. You know what I'm saying? I heard you own half this bar and it's all you can kick me down. He threw her a little water change. And she was like, well, your daddy used to hang out in places like this. Your daddy used to hang out in this place. You know what I'm saying? But she none the wiser. Shirley over in the corner like, ooh, I hope she don't look over here. Because I think I was sleeping with E-Train. We didn't put that in the storyline, but something went on. Because I'm too much enamored with him. But okay. So Lou was like, look, this ain't the reason that my daddy was the way he was. He done applied it for the second time. It's you. You are my problem, mama. You are. Okay. So at the end of the episode, Lou and Marvin, they riding together and they pull up on Scrap Mama house. He drunk again. Sauntering down the street. Why you gonna send a drunk motherfucker to do another job? He was already too drunk in the first place to even know that he was there in the first place. And now he drunk again. You gonna send a drunk in to do the job? He walks in the door. She sees him. She's like, fuck, I already know what this is. She closed her eyes and lay herself to rest shit before he even pulled the trigger. And we heard the gunshot, and then we heard the second one. I thought the second one was Lou killing himself for real. That's really what I thought it was. But it wasn't. He sauntered his little drunk ass back on out, went to the car. I'm thinking he finna walk past the car. He not finna get back in because he done with that life. He done with this shit. Nope. He got back in the car, looking out the window, all somber and drunk and shit. And guess who see them? The motherfucking nosy ass neighbor. The nosy ass neighbor. Now, we got a lot of nosy neighbors going on in this motherfucking place, right? Paul, he's sitting up there listening to Tennessee, Arrested Development. That song used to be my jam. I used to love Arrested Development. He's sitting there listening to Arrested Development, doing his little crossword puzzle. I was just doing one early today, too. I've been on my little Wall Street Journal. No, is it Wall Street Journal? That's what I'm doing. I'm doing Washington Times. I like crossword puzzles, but I'm doing one right now. I'm doing it online. Anywho, child, he doing his puzzles and everything. And who come into his crib? Ronnie and a couple goons. They come busting down the door. Why? Y'all could have just knocked. Y'all could have knocked. And y'all would have been, your aggression would have been felt just as much. Y'all go in here and bust in Paul doors, snatch Paul up, and then bring him down there to Kanan, right? Basically have a conversation about him going to snitch to the cops about what they doing. And Paul like, I ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing, won't say nothing, okay? They know you won't. They know you won't. Now Paul sitting there on Fame couch, because it's still Famous damn couch, pissing on his goddamn self when Famous walk into the house. And he like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Okay, he like, okay, y'all see y'all busy, let me get up out of here, right? They didn't want to let Famous go at first. At least Ronnie didn't. Like, where you going, nigga? He said, I'm moving. I'm going back to my mama house. Look, Kanan told him, look here, just get your shit and get the fuck gone. I want you out of here. There was a lot of duplication happening in this episode too, because later on, Ronnie told Pernessa the same thing. Ronnie put Pernessa out of her own motherfucking house as well. Told her, get your shit and go. Okay, and we see that Kanan and Ronnie are kind of emulating each other. They doing a lot that each other would do. We see that Ronnie is basically Kanan's mentor, but at the same time, Ronnie is learning a lot from Kanan too. It's scary to think. It's scary to think. There was a point at the I'm gonna get to that a little later. I think, hopefully, if I remember. Okay, so Fame is like, I just need to get my stuff. I'm moving back in with my mama. And this whole little conversation, Ronnie like, what your mama miss about you that she wants you back home? He was like, well, I'm her son. He said, well, I'm my mama's son, and that bitch don't miss me. Okay, and Kanan was like, well, fuck, I don't know. Not Kanan. Fame was like, I don't know that. I don't know why she missed me. I guess you're gonna have to ask her that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Fame is, for some fucking reason, still holding on to the gun that he used to shoot Freddie. I thought he gave that gun back to, what was his name? What her name? The pedophile that was sleeping with Kanan. I thought he gave the gun back to her. I guess not. Rock ran out of town before he was able to get a gun back to her. Anyway, he still got the fucking gun. We know that's going to be the demise of Famous. We know that's going to be the demise. We heard Lou in there listen to the record again, and he tells Shirley that the record has so much emotion and so much depth because it's a confession. And if you listen to the words, Fame is saying, I wonder if the neighbor saw anything. We already know one neighbor did. We know if they're going to question the residents. We know if they're going to test the evidence. We know if they're going to do this. The whole record is confession. They already brought you in once. And you telling the damn story word for word, verbatim, about what happened. You going down, Fame. You're going down, son. Well, Ronnie threatened Famous life. He said, I will put your ass down and put your ass out before you have a chance to get out and run back to your goddamn mama, because I heard you talk too fucking much, right? And Famous like, I don't be talking about nothing, but you do. You do. And he's like, I don't be talking about nothing. Tell him, Kay. Tell him, Kay. And Kanan was just like, he don't talk much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people complain about Makai's accent that he speaks in. He sounds just like 50 Cent when he talk. Exactly like him. That's who his accent, where his accent comes from. He sounds like 50 Cent. When 50 Cent played Kanan, he sounded like himself. Makai he plays the fuck out of that role. He matches 50 Cent to a T. Body language, facial expressions, even the way he speaks is all 50. Makai got that down. So it don't bother me to hear him talk. But yeah, he basically was like, you know what? We ain't got to worry about Fame. Don't let him go. If he do it, be out here tripping, don't worry. I got him. I'm going to fuck him up. Trust me, I got him. Okay. So Fame leave. Fame go back to his mama house and everything. And his mama said, you know, she was happy that he's back. And she sad that she kicked him out. She never kicked him out again. He was like, I apologize that I was acting the way I was doing. I don't ever want to leave again, Mom. I done did some shit. You know, some stuff that I can't take back, some stuff I can't undo. And I'm here to be a better man. That's what I'm saying right now, right? Okay. Somewhere along the line, she gonna find that gun. Because he took the gun that he had that he shot Freddie with and put it up in the closet. She's gonna find that gun. And even though she said she wasn't gonna never put him out again, something is gonna happen with that gun. Maybe Ronnie is gonna come see his mama, but something gonna happen with that motherfucking gun. I say, speaking of Ronnie, like Ronnie is out here, like I say, threatening Pranessa, making her get out of her own goddamn house the same way that Kanan made Famous get out of his. And who he sitting up there with? Cleopatra Jones, Juliana. And she's smooching and kissing all over him, and he's sitting there like a fucking a frog on a log. Just. And she all on his face, and he just. Pranessa come in, and he like, what the fuck you doing here? And she's like, motherfucker, I live here. What you mean? What you doing here? Okay. And he said, get your shit and go. She said, this is still my house. He said, get your shit and go. She said, I live here. Get your shit. Get your shit. And get the fuck out. Y'all remember that Way to Exhale? Angela Bassett was, get your shit. That was one of my favorite scenes in that damn movie. Okay, anywho. He put her ass out. You know, and Carolina Jones, Cleopatra Jones, Juliana, she gonna tell her tell him he need to watch her ass. She's family, and those are the ones who bite you in the back the most. Your family, they will do you the dirty the most. Okay, so later on, he rolls up on Pranessa and tell her, look at this is where your mama live. I'm like, she was like, what the hell you want? He said, I'm just checking on you. Because you know the person who did a Unique in that tailor shop still out here in these streets. You need to watch your fucking back. You know, he threatening her while he trying to act like he trying to protect her at the same time. But that ain't that dumb. She know this motherfucker's threatening her. She know that Unique is the one that he killed Unique. There's too many things that he say. You know, too many things like, you know, what happened up in that tailor shop. You know, da. You know, he's basically saying, my brother ain't coming back. We know he did. Pranessa is still saying, when Unique return, this is still me and Unique's house. You know what I'm saying? Me and Unique this, as if he still exists, which we all know he don't. And Ronnie is telling her, that nigga dead, right? And you don't want to end up dead just like him. You better watch your motherfucking back. We family, girl. Okay? In a way to tell her, we family. But just like Cleopatra Jones just told him, family are the one that hurts you the most. I will fuck you up. Okay? That's basically what he's saying. And so, Later on in the episode, Kanan is over at the studio about to pick Aisha up to go on a date. But he all up in Crystal face. You know, Crystal being the little hot pocket that she want to be. And she's soaking it all in. Aisha is just dumb. Just oblivious to what's going on. Okay? He taking her out to the movies, right? Right there at the movies, he trying to fill up on her, and she like, no, hey, Kanan, slow down, let's take it slow. He's like, all right, I'm sorry, my bad, I just like you so much. He trying to speak game to her, whatever. And then, you know, get them back to kissing and making out again, and then he feeling all up on again, and she like, look, hey, I told you to stop once. You know what? I'm going home. He's like, no, I'm sorry. No, I ain't gonna do it no more. I promise. She said, no, I'm going home. And so he's like, all right, then, bye. When did he become this nigga? Right? And she's like, what you mean by? He said, you know how to catch the fucking train home? Get to stepping. That's what he told her. He told Gina, get to stepping. That's what he told her. So she's like, that's fucked up, Kanan. That's fucked up, right? So she leaves. Now, Kanan gets a phone call from Crystal, old hot pocket ass. And he like, you know what? I'm surprised you called me up. I am too. How you get Kanan's phone number? I'm surprised she called you up too. Okay. So he goes over there, basically it's smashed. She said, you like a little wild thing? He said, yes, I do. She said, well, wild thing, here I am. That's what I'm saying. So she broke him off a little something. I'm so glad they didn't show these kids fucking. I know they adults in real life, but I don't care. They kids on this show. I didn't need to see him with the fucking old ass pedophile lady. But it gets back to Juke, you know. And Juke and Crystal already having their issues at first, because when he first came up there to pick up Aisha, you know, Juke made mention, hey, my cousin is with Aisha. And she keep calling her puke box because Aisha keep throwing up like crazy. Something. Is Aisha pregnant or something? Or she bulimic? Because she says she's working on it. She get nervous and she throw up. Maybe she's bulimic. I don't know. She may have an eating disorder. Ain't no telling. But anywho, she Juke checked Crystal like, hey, don't fuck with my cousin. But Crystal like, bitch, fuck you. Okay? You don't put no fear in my heart. You don't put no fear in my heart. So she called Kanan up. Kanan went over there and smashed, like I said. So Juke goes to confront Kanan about the situation. Because she already told him, don't fuck over this girl. Because if you fuck over her, you gonna fuck over my career. But she get there, the two goons is blocking the way. She's like, niggas move. And they like, who the fuck are you? Trying to tough all up on her. Juke ain't got no fear in her fucking heart. The only fear she ever had was loving Nicole. Okay? She like, move the fuck out of my goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? They still try to perk up on her, and she perking up back on them. And then the door opens and out steps Ronnie. Oh, that's Kanan's cousin. You know, and she's like, move, nigga. You know, they move out the way, part the Red Sea for her. She walk on in, and she walks straight up to Kanan. Like, what the fuck is up? He's like, wait, you should have called first and let me know you coming. Why? Why would I do that? Okay? So she check him about the Aisha situation. He like, Aisha grown. We grown all of her. She all right. She'll be fine. You know. He's like, look here, I got business to do. I ain't finna worry about this little penny and this shit. You talking about your little girlfriend and your career and this, that, and the third. And she's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what type of business you got going on with this fool right here talking to Ronnie. I don't give a fuck about what that is. It don't make you a motherfucking man. You still a scared little boy trying to prove to your mama that you are a man. That's what you are. Now what? Nigga. I love Juke. Juke one of my favorite characters, y'all. Juke one of my favorite characters, I'm telling you. And but she kind of put him in his place. Then Ronnie gonna say something along the lines like, you want me to handle that? You know what I'm saying? And Kanan like, you ain't gonna never touch her. You ain't gonna never touch her. Like I said, it's a lot of repetition going on in this episode, right? He told Ronnie, you ain't gonna never touch my fucking cousin. Okay? That's family, right? Remember when Ronnie said that about Unique? And who took out Unique? Ronnie. And Kanan is saying it's about Juke. We all know who took out Juke. Kanan. A lot of repetition going on. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of repetition in this episode. It's a lot of callbacks to shit that done happened before. Okay? Then we got Marvin. Oh, Jukebox. We finished with her. So Jukebox went later to go back to report to Rock. Because remember, she had already asked Juke what was going on with Kanan, and Juke didn't know. And like I said, Juke usually know everything on the street. So she tells Rock, hey, he hanging out there with Unique's brother. He working with him. And they also fucking around with Bonnie and Clyde, which is snaps and pops. Apparently, they never used to be drug dealers. They was bank robbers until they stopped doing that. Now they put their money into drug game. Okay. And Rock is like, he fucking around with him? You know? Like I said, this is the second moment we saw Rock shook when she learned the ongoings of her son. Because Rock used to know everything on the street. Every move that Kanan ever fucking made, Rock knew before Kanan even made it. She don't know what the little critter doing no more. Juke don't know what he doing no more. The nigga has changed. That's what she's saying. He's a different person now. He's a whole lot different than what he used to be. And Juke also went in for her talk to the recruiter about what jobs that she wants to possibly do in the military. So it looked like she may still be moving forward. I like the fact that she has not put all her eggs in one basket as far as the singing goes. She creating herself a backup plan, which is possibly the military. She really don't want to do it, but she want to. She really want this group to work, but she already know that something is going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong. And we already see Nakia. She got them a deal. Butter's finna open up for Shanice. Yeah, Shanice supposed to be named after somebody I know, right? My mama told me this long time ago that she was named after somebody that we knew because they was friends or something like that. Okay. Anywho, so they supposed to open up for her, and they Nakia had them taking different photo shots, whatever, to see who gonna be the lead, who looks the best up front. Because remember, they still in the lead in this group. Okay. It's still all gonna come to a head. It's still all gonna come to a head. Keisha might end up pregnant by Kanan. Ain't no telling. What was Sean's mama name? The one that Kanan ended up marrying, because he was married to Sean mama, I thought. What was her name? Because I want to know when she comes into the scene. Because at the age that Kanan was when he got out of jail, Sean should be getting born somewhere around this time. Because he was way older than Tariq and Raina. You know what I'm saying? So Sean should be getting born somewhere around this time. He meets Ghost and Tommy 4 years from now. When he's 1920. That's when he meets them. Sean should be being born somewhere around here, y'all. I need to know. Okay, so Marvin seems to be everybody's caregiver right now. Everybody's caregiver. We opened up with him going up to Gerald's house. He's spending a lot of time with Gerald. And Gerald's kids are sitting in the back seat of the car. Car door just open. It's cold as a motherfucker outside. You know. And Gerald's nowhere to be found. He's like, to ask the girls, well, where he at? Well, he in the house. He told us to stay out here until he come out here and get us. It's been some hours. They all red, about to turn purple. That's how long they been out there, right? He gonna knock on the door. Gerald answered the door. Tracks. All up and down his arms. I didn't know that Gerald used smack. I thought his vice was alcohol. But then when the other two guys, them two little white dudes, hemmed him up and got $500 out of Marvin, I wasn't sure what he was on in. I just didn't know that he was a heroin user. And he apparently is not a heroin user that nods off easy because he was in full alert status. Marvin came in cooking for the kids, baking them cookies and shit. You know, taking care of them. And you know, we learned a little bit more about Gerald, about how Gerald ain't got no family no more. The wife or their mama is just as bad off as he is. She got him hooked on that shit, and then she disappeared over a year ago. So either she around the corner, around the world, or in somebody's grave. You know what I'm saying? He came over there to give him a picture of Juke so he can start the story. But he like, that's not even important right now. Get my motherfucking daughter picture back. What's important is your motherfucking kids and make sure that they together. Okay? He goes on from being her caregiver to going over there to being Rock's caregiver. Once Rock told him the information about Lou, they got to go meet with the new heroin dealers. Because, like I say, Rock went to Stefano last episode to talk to Stefano about running Unique's business. So she got sent over to Quan. At first, Quan was like, I don't need to do business with you. Unique dead, so the deal dead. But, Rock talks a good game, and she said that she could make the enterprise bigger and better than it ever could be. And so he sends her over there to the Chinese food place. And, Marvin and her go in there and talk to them. Rachel and Stefan, what the hell is their name? The Asian couple. They don't want no parts of this no more. Whatever happened, Unique got them shook, got them scared, so they don't want to do it no more. And Marvin basically tell him, once you in, you in. You ain't out no more. Repetition, because that's the same thing that Stefano told Rock. Now that you in this shit, ain't no way for you to get out. There is no exit door for you. You in it now. Okay? And one of the things that kind of threw me off, though, is that now we got another player, and this is his uncle. His uncle is the one that runs this restaurant. His uncle is the one that owns like 20 other restaurants, right? And so the uncle won't in on the business. Rock said, I could work out a percentage with you here and there, long as I could see what's going on with these businesses. So as Rock, she's driving around late at night, following the truck drivers to see where these restaurants, well, actually she's going to the restaurants to take a look at them, see how the business moving, how popular it is. These restaurants are popping compared to this food place, which ain't never got a single soul in it buying a damn thing. What y'all even turn the lights on for? Nobody's ever there. The uncle, the first person we ever see sitting down eating. And then apparently the food's supposed to be good. Marvin eat everything. Now Marvin was eating cornflakes over at Gerald's house. So anywho, while Rock is noticing that the truck is making deliveries, and I figured that she was gonna hide all the dope in the big ass barrels of MSG. I kept thinking, this is how much fucking MSG they put in I got that on food. Lord have mercy. MSG give me headaches, y'all. It's made from salt from pork fat. And I don't eat pork anyway, so but sometimes I do eat it, because I used to eat the Okie Doke popcorn had MSG in it. But now when I go buy stuff out the grocery store, I look at the ingredient list, and if it has MSG, I try not to buy it. Yeah, but the shit is salty and it makes the food taste good. It really does. Anywho, that's what I was thinking at first, that she was looking at the barrels of MSG. And then probably about the third restaurant, I said, no, she's looking at the drivers. Why even have to go through the fucking, the uncle, when we can use these trucks for distribution services, right? So Rock makes her way over to the distribution center to go in there and have a conversation to find out what they deliver and the type of food, things that they deliver. And the owner steps out to give her no salt. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? We don't serve y'all blackies. We only deal with Asian restaurants. I had a similar situation happen to me. I was opening up a beauty supply back in St. Louis, right? And the most popular beauty supply around was King's. King's is an Asian-owned beauty supply. And I found out from one of the owners who the distributor was. Mr. King ordered for all the stores pretty much in the whole St. Louis area. And he distributed all the products to all the beauty supply stores. Even the ones that was not King Enterprises, right? And so he was going to make an arrangement with me to deliver to me as well. But the distributor themselves didn't deal with anybody who wasn't Asian. So they were going to block me from getting the distribution. So it was going to cost me more money, because then I would have my stuff go to Mr. King and then find a shipper to pick my shit up from Mr. King and then over to me, to my beauty supply. I never did get the beauty supply off the ground, y'all. But that was just one of the business ventures that I was getting in on. But that's kind of what she going through right here. She know who the shipper is. The shipper is going to all the restaurants. She's like, what, I don't look like I can own a Chinese food restaurant? He's like, even if you do, you ain't getting no business from me, is what he telling her. We don't deal with the blacks. That's basically what he telling her. So Rock was like, all right, cool, sorry for your time. Rock is still going to take over those trucks. Trust me. Trust and believe that shit. She's still going to take over those trucks. But Quan told her the same thing too. Don't fuck over my business. You got 2 months to make this shit right, or we're going to have a problem. He told her that. 2 months to make it right, or we're gonna have a motherfucking problem. Same shit he was telling Unique. But Rock does have a bigger business, and she's always been about expanding. So she's gonna put all this dope, all this heroin in these 20 restaurants. They probably gonna be coming in and ordering number 37 special, something like that. They gonna order something off the menu that's gonna be similar at every fucking restaurant to get the shit that they need. So Marvin had to be her caregiver in that moment, and her bodyguard, and then he had to go to Lou and handle Lou for his sister, which in turn Lou ended up killing Scrap Mama in the process. Lou just ain't gonna never let go of these demons. He's not gonna let her go. Never let her go, and it's gonna be the death of him. But that whoever that was in that window, they saw him clearly. They saw him in the window sulking. Well, another thing that's going on this doggone episode, the whole Burke situation, is coming back to the spotlight. It was weird because the daddy showed up to pick up Burke's things. How long has it been? It's only been a few days or something. He coming into the station to pick up Burke's things, and he runs into Howard. And of course, Howard gave the same old sad speech. If there's anything you need, I'm here for you. And Pops is like, cool, yada yada this, yada yada that. When he sees a picture of Burke and twin Adina, and he calls up Adina and has her meet out in the park to give her that picture. First she was real salty, I don't want to deal with him, I don't want to talk to him type of attitude, whatever. Until she saw the picture, and then she calmed her little monkey ass down and sat down. And he gives her an apology. I'm sorry for how I treated you. Sorry for how I treated her. Is there something I should know? I'm thinking this bitch finna tell him that she said that Howard is the problem. If anything ever happened to her, Howard is the problem. Okay? Because he brought up the fact she was really obsessed with Howard. That would have been your perfect opportunity to say something. But then she says, I told her I didn't want nothing to do with Howard. I ain't have nothing to do with none of that. Leave my name out of that. What was you going to tell him at the funeral? That all of a sudden you're not saying now. And she walks away. And he sits there looking dumbfounded. Don't none of this seem strange to you, officer? You're supposed to be one of the top investigators, officer. Don't none of this shit seem weird to you? Who am I missing, child? I said we got everybody, didn't I? We got everybody in this particular episode. Kanan brand new. He brand new to Juke. He brand new to his mama. He brand new to Fame. Heck, cause Rock was even shocked the Famous got kicked out. Like, what did he get kicked out for? You don't think that the fact that your son came and told you that the Famous told him you put the gun on him didn't put Fame in harm's way? You didn't think about that? Remember, you the one that turned Kanan into a killer. Remember that? Remember, you the one that had your son out there burying Italians in the woods. You don't remember that shit? He is what you created, Rock. He is what you created. And Kanan despises you like Lulu despises y'all mama. Another repetitious moment. This is a sad episode. This was like a long, sad movie. I feel like I was watching an episode of Queen Sugar. Like, shit isn't going to ever be a good moment at all in this episode. None. Not one good moment. Child, I'm going to see y'all next week. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.